Raise your right hand. I do solemnly swear
I do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of this state,
and the Constitution of this state,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of Governor
the duties of the office of Governor
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Thank you. Oh, wow. There. All right.
I know you're awake now, right? My friends, my family, my fellow Michiganders, it is an incredible honor to be here with you today as the 49th governor of the great state of Michigan. I would not be here today without my family, who I've got to acknowledge. My husband, Mark, my daughters, Sherry, Sydney, my stepsons, my father, my sister, my brother. Thank you all so much for your support, the sacrifices you've made over these 2 years, for inspiring me every single day. I love you. And I am honored to be joined by Governor Snyder, Governor Granholm, and Governor Blanchard. And but for the Spartans being on the West Coast and Governor Milliken not being able to join us, I know he and Governor Engler would be here too. Each of them knows the incredible opportunity and sacrifice in holding this office. And we owe each of them a debt of gratitude and appreciation for their service and for being here today. Thank you. As I think about the monumental task that lies ahead, another one of my predecessors comes to mind. Over 60 years ago, Governor G. Menon Williams, also known as Soapy Williams, a Democrat, worked with a Republican legislature and built the Mackinac Bridge. Now at that time, people believed that building a suspension bridge that long, it was not possible, they thought. Others thought politicians would not be able to put their differences aside and get it done. They even mocked it, calling it Soapy's folly. But the leaders together from both parties and workers from across our state proved them all wrong. And in November of 1957, against the odds, the mighty Mac opened, and it connected our peninsulas, it connected our people, and it strengthened our economy. And most of all, it sent a powerful message to the world. Don't ever bet against Michigan. So in the spirit of that great legacy, I want to recognize the incoming legislative leadership. Senate Majority Leader Shirkey, Senate Democratic Leader Ananek, House Speaker Chatfield, and House Democratic Leader Gregg, and all of the members of the legislature who have joined us here today. I am so looking forward to working with you over the next weeks and months and years. We may belong to different parties, but we are all here today for the same reason. We are proud Michiganders, first and foremost. And we owe it to the people we serve to cast partisanship aside, to roll up our sleeves, and to build bridges together. I feel lucky to have called Michigan home my whole life. I grew up in Grand Rapids and learned the value of community and hard work. I got a world-class education from Michigan State in East Lansing and a law degree in Detroit. And after law school, I wanted to make my home in East Lansing, near my parents, and I knew this was the place where I wanted to raise my family. Because to me, Michigan is more than just a place. Michigan is a way of life. Up north in the lakes in summer, football in the fall, hunkering down at home in the winter, or freezing out here with thousands of your friends. And thawing out in the spring if we're lucky, knock on wood. We love our four seasons and our proud traditions. But of course we know what truly makes Michigan special are the people who call this state home. Our diverse cultures, backgrounds, and experiences that strengthen the fabric of our communities. From Punchki to pasty, from Minor to Motorhead. And whether you live in Gogebic County, or Grosse Ile, or Grand Rapids, all Michiganders share some same common traits that are a part of the legacy that we've inherited in this great state we call home. I'm talking about grit and humility, dreaming up something new and building it with our own two hands. That's how we became a hotbed of innovation and created music that moved the world. It's why Michigan will forever be known by names like Ruther and Ford and Aretha. It's why a century after we led a global manufacturing revolution, we still have the best workforce on the planet. From our farmers to our factory workers to our incredible state employees who work tirelessly to keep Michigan strong. There is no place in the world like our state, and no people in the world like Michiganders. And no question that Michigan has as much God-given potential as any place on earth. Yeah, you can go ahead and clap for that. I see you want to, so please. While potential is universal, we know that opportunity is not. And right now in Michigan, too few people have the opportunity they deserve. That's not an easy thing to admit, but we must be clear-eyed about the challenges we face. Now is the time to confront our problems head-on and say in one voice, let's get it done. Over the past 2 years, I traveled our state and listened to people's concerns, and the same issues came up again and again and again. My campaign slogan got a lot of attention, but the truth is I didn't come up with it. It was a working mom in a hospital in Detroit who told me, Gretchen, I just need you to fix the damn roads. I heard similar messages from all 83 counties, from Republicans and Democrats and independents. We might live in divisive times, but Michigan's problems are not partisan. Potholes are not political, or better skills, or great schools for our kids. I will be a governor for everyone. And I am committed to working across party lines to ensure that all Michiganders have opportunity. That means rebuilding our roads and bridges, cleaning up our water, and ensuring that everyone gets the education and skills they need to get a good paying job. These issues affect us all. These things are the foundation of secure families, strong communities, and a more prosperous state. None of us can afford to compromise Michigan's economic future because we won't compromise with one another. Let me say that again. None of us can afford to compromise Michigan's economic future because we won't compromise with one another. Divided government might make solving problems harder, but not impossible. We need to come together now, not as Democrats and Republicans, but as Michiganders. So let's fix our roads and be the state that is not paralyzed by partisanship, but works together. Let's create the blueprint for rebuilding Michigan's and this United States' crumbling infrastructure, and we'll be the blueprint right here in Michigan. Let's show the rest of the country how to solve America's literacy crisis and show them what good government actually looks like. And let's build a stronger Michigan that is once again the center of economic opportunity and mobility for people around the world. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Many will question whether or not we can protect our families and bolster our economy by fixing those roads. They may not believe that we can solve the literacy crisis, and no doubt, some are betting against us when it comes to closing the skills gap. But we are up to it, Michigan. We have always defied the odds, and we are going to do it again together. We are going to prove that our shared future is so much more powerful than the issues that divide us. If we put our differences aside and get to work, we will come back stronger than ever. So at a time when too many people want to separate and divide us by building walls, we here in Michigan are going to get back to building bridges together. I know I didn't get here on my own. I'm here because over the past year, the people of Michigan showed up at town halls, at rallies, and in record numbers on Election Day. And I am so grateful that you did. But our work is just beginning. I'm asking that you keep showing up. Keep showing your passion for our state. Keep demanding action from our leaders. And let's join forces as Michiganders to build bridges together. Bridges over water, bridges between parties, and bridges to a brighter future for every one of us. Let's get to work, Michigan. Thank you.